Hello. In this video, I will be showing you how you can create a manual backend order in the Rentware booking system. So there are a couple of ways to go on about this. First of all, we can talk about when you would even need this. So as you know, Rentware has widgets that can be integrated on your website. However, if you should have a customer that maybe does not want to interact with the website or does not have the means to, so they call you at your place of business and they want to make a manual phone order. The way you would go on about this is that you can create a custom manual order in the backend of Rentware. And there are a couple of different ways to do this. There are a couple of different starting points as well. So the easiest starting point would be you are just on your dashboard. This is the page that you land on when you log into your Rentware account per default. And there is this little plus button on the top right corner that you can click that will take you to this little mask that you need to fill out with the relevant information. So that is the one starting point. The exact same thing would happen if you were to go to your order list instead of the dashboard. So if you go to your order list, this is what you see, all your orders to begin with, and then you can go ahead and click the little plus button on the top right corner, and this will also take you to the same mask. When you are filling out this information, you can start on the top left corner and kind of work your way through to the right. You can add a time frame to your order. So let's say we're making an order for December from the 8th to 11th, and you can pick the pickup time and the drop-off time. As you can see, the times that are listed here are in about 30-minute tags from each other and 30-minute steps from each other. If you should have it custom time, so if you want your client picking it up not at 9 a.m. but 9:15, you can also just type a custom time, click on enter, and it will create the according time slot. So let's say they're picking up at 9:15, bringing it back at 1 p.m. Then you can choose your rental location. In this account, since this is just a test account, I only have the one rental location, but should you have multiple, would be the point where you choose where this order is taking place. And then you can already start adding items to your cart. When you click on an item, this little sidebar on the right-hand side will open, and you will have the possibility to choose the items that the customer wants to book. If you should have more than one of the same item, so this is clearly a car rental case set up as an example, I can switch to the tab where I only see my main objects, so my main cars. And should you have an item where you have multiple of it, so for example, in this specific account, the Porsche Taycan Performance is available 3 times, so I have 3 different Porsches. I just numbered them 1, 2, and 3, but obviously you can have the license numbers in here or the IDs, so you know exactly which one of them you're putting in cart. So let's choose the number 2, for example. I have set it up so that this item has an automatic deposit that jumps into the cart with it. And of course, you can be very flexible with this. If this is the wrong item and you accidentally put it in, you can just click on delete. Everything is going to jump right out of the cart. And let's say we want to be doing the Tesla this time. I can just add this guy back to the cart and see that my deposit still jumps in. And for the Tesla, I had actually added another option that it includes a certain amount of mileage in the package as you're booking it. So that's what you're seeing right here. On top of that, if you're talking with a customer and you want to offer them a custom service that you don't normally offer on your online platform, say you are willing to give them a cleaning at the end of the order, and they're willing to pay for it, you can create a custom item on the bottom right corner right here. You can click on custom and you can click on add custom item, give it a name. Let's see, cleaning fee, let's say it is $50. You can add a revenue account ID or a cost center, and you can also change the tax bracket that it falls on, and you can add this to your cart as well. On top of that, if you want to give your customer a discount, there are a couple of different ways to do that as well. You can either have an existing discount in your system and you go onto the vouchers right here and you just click it, and this will take 10% off of your order. This will jump right here and it will take 10% off. Or if you want to do something more custom, you can also just click the prices and you can edit them. So I can make this $450 instead of the $600. Then the next point is you can start filling out the customer information. So you can either fill this out manually like this. I have just an autofill right here. Or If this is somebody that has booked with you prior to this order, you can just click on the search. You can put in their name and start searching for it. This account only has the one customer so far, so I can just click on it. And this will fill out my customer information. If you have some notes for this order that you need to be adding, you can add them right here. You can say, very nice customer will be picking the car up with their daughter. Let's say some information that might be relevant when you are actually doing the pickup. And once you're done with all of this, you can actually already create the order. There are a couple of more extra things that you can do for it. So say if this customer information for you is not enough, you can also create custom data forms in Rentware, and this would be the place where you can add them. So you can add a custom data form, you can choose which one you want, and for example, you want to add the driver's license number to your order, you could just type it in right here and save it, and now this is saved in the order and you can use it should you need to. Now, we have created this order and the item is reserved, but the customer still has not made a payment. There are a couple of different ways that you can go on about this. Some of our customers just let their customers pay on site, but if you do not want to do that, there are two different ways that you can go on about this. Either you demanded or you ask for a bank transfer, in which case you would be generating an invoice. So you would go onto the actions, you would generate an invoice and send the invoice to your customers. It would have your bank account on it, and they would be able to transfer it to you. Or the much easier way would be for you to let them pay this online. So you could have you could send them a confirmation email, which would be important either way, so they know that their order has been confirmed. But we can have a link to this page right here on the confirmation email, where they are able to pay the remainder, like the outstanding amount of their order, with the online payment methods that you have set up in your account. So in this case, since this is not a real customer and this is not a real order, I will just be creating a fake order. So let's say they did a bank transfer. I will be going on and clicking on to booked. This would be the one way to add a payment, or you can go ahead and click this right here and add a payment over this. Both are very valid ways. Let's use this guy for now. You can click on here. Let's say they did a bank transfer and they transferred the full amount. So at this point, your order has been confirmed and has all of the information that it might need. At this point, you're still able to change the order. You're still able to change what's in your cart and how long the order is. Of course, changing this will also change the price, etc., etc. Now, this is a valid order already, and you can see it in your orders list, of course. And you will also be able to see it in your disposition. Let me just see for when I booked this for. So this was for 8th of December. So if I go into our disposition, which is a graphical view of all of your orders, and I just zoom out, so I jump to December and I zoom out a little bit, you'll be able to see my order right here as a little row. This is actually also another place where you can create an order. So you would be able to, let's say, double click right here and change your times. So change this to be a longer order, starting at more normal times. Let's say 9 a.m. Though if I wanted to make an order that starts at an unusual time, so let me choose 2 a.m. right here for drop off. This will ask me if I want to ignore my availability rules, which as an admin you're absolutely allowed to do. What this is asking is that I have set up some certain opening times for my business, and these are these hours that I have given here are outside my opening time. So the system is basically asking me if I want to ignore that, if I want to make an exception. If I tell it yes, then it's going to just create the order, or I can just cancel it from here. Maybe I made a mistake and just change it to a normal time where my orders would be usual either way, and create the order. This will just create a little box right here, which does not have the customer information right now or any extra items. So I can go on to details and fill it out. So I can assign a new customer. Let's use my autofill right here. Or I can add some more items. Let's add a child seat. Give some notes. And also send the confirmation email for this order. So this is how you create a manual order in Rentware. I hope this was helpful.